on talking about the atmosphere that we need to create amongst the group. I think, the responsibility is on every player to motivate each other to, keep the standard high. Obviously, like you said, we're used to feeding off our fans and the support we get inside the Bank of California Stadium, but we know what it takes to play good football, and we know that now without them being there behind us physically, it's going to require the players to push each other even more. So I think on that part, we understand what we need to do, and we look forward to doing it in the first game. And then obviously, yeah, it was a big moment for the black players of this league, and to get an opportunity and a platform to express our solidarity together before the game. It was been planned for a while, so to just see it come to fruition was really nice, and that's something that I'm going to remember for the rest of my life. And I hope that it's a catalyst for change in this league, and also change amongst the world.
Okay, next question, Max Bredas, go ahead.
First, I'd like to thank Aubrey for putting all this together. Thank you, Aubrey. Hello, Mark. How's it going?
Good, Max. How are you?
I just a follow up from that question. I'm doing very well, thank you. A follow up from that question, specifically with the black players that are on LAFC. Mm-hmm. The five of you guys. I saw a photo that was posted. How are you approaching this as a group? Is there opportunities to have dialogue with players, other folks, and what were the conversations between you and your other four black teammates preparing for that moment?
Yeah, the dialogue is always open. I think it happens in a natural way. It's never really forced. But we have such a good relationship between the players on our team that they know that we can go to each other whenever there's something we need to talk about. And I don't think, because of everything that's come to light in the world right now, we've changed our process of going about that. We've always stuck together, and just because now, like I said, more light is being shone upon this problem, it doesn't mean that we need to change the way we're going about it. So, we obviously had a couple, I would say about a month or so to make sure we knew what the plan was going to be down here in Orlando. And it took a lot of work from the main executives of the Black Players for Change, and also like my teammates being a part of it and voicing their concerns. But yeah, it's just it's a great moment to be able to be a part of something like this that is pushing for positive change. And we just hope, like I said, that it continues to help everyone move in the right direction.
Matt, great to see you. Can't wait to see you guys out on the field on Monday.
Thank you.
Bob, you just mentioned it here to start the call, and Bob was talking about it earlier. If we play our football, if we play our type of style, our identity of our team, and obviously the nucleus of this group has been building that process for a couple of years now. But with all of a sudden cutting it off 3 months ago in March, and you guys not being able to be together, when you did finally get back together, maybe you can pull back the curtain a little bit and what kind of drop off was there? Because it is a building process and almost like a snowball, I feel like, what you guys do together. But was there a little dip, and did it take a little bit of extra time? Because I saw rust in that very first game from certain players at times between Orlando and Miami. And I'm just wondering if you felt some of that over the last month since you guys have finally got back together as a team.
Yeah, obviously, I think from the physical standpoint, there's always going to be rust. The fact that, whenever you're off for a long amount of time, it takes work to get back to your full fitness. On the other standpoint of the way we play, like you said, we've been working at it for so many years now. It's almost coming natural to everyone on the team, and it was just an exciting moment to get back to work once we were able to do so. But, I think rust is part of it. I think you'll see rust in every major sports league that comes back. It's going to be very tough to hit the ground running, but, that's why you work so hard to make sure you can get to as close as possible to that for the first game. But, we work hard every day. We work on the same ideas. So nothing is new to us. I think, it's going to take a lot of mental strength to push through the first, 25 minutes, maybe to get your legs going and your lungs going. But in the idea of a dip, I don't think that's really there, other than the fact that, you got to work your fitness back.
How do you think how do you think Monday's game will be different from the typical Major League Soccer game?
In what sense?
Just in any way, the play, the quality of hope this comes right. The quality of play. I mean, just the atmosphere. Or once you get into it, will it just be the same? What do you think?
Yeah, I think obviously there's going to be an adaptation period. Once you're getting back on the field, I think the teams who can get back to their ideas as quick as possible are the ones who are going to be successful in this tournament. So, there might be a little bit of change in the tempo of the game. Considering the weather here, it's very humid. If you feel like you've played 20 minutes just after doing a warm-up. So I think that, the game will be a lot slower than usual, but, you can still play good football at a slower tempo. So, like I said, I just think for us, we just need to make sure that we can get back to what we were doing before this all happened, and that will help us go forward in this tournament.
Hey, Mac, what's going on? This is more of a question. A lot has been said about LAFC and the young players and the youth on your team, but there's also a healthy balance of some veterans on this team. So just talk about sort of their contribution to the team and sort of making that balance on the team, and also what their role might be in a situation like this where you guys might need to lean on them.
Yeah, I think, like you said, there is a good balance between veterans and young players on our team. I think, something that we've established early on in our club's history is that we're going to rely on everyone to be a leader, whether you're a young player or an older player. I think especially in a situation like this where this is new to everyone. It doesn't matter how long you've been playing in this league or how long you've been playing at all. You've never been in a situation like this. So everyone's going to have to step up and adapt and show that they can lead in certain ways. So we're calling on everyone. And, obviously it's nice to have veteran players around, but again, I don't think their experience even pulls on this. So I think it's new for everyone, and this will just show the true character of the team.
Thank you. Hey, Anthony, I just wanted to know, out of maybe the games you've watched already that have happened, has that pointed out or maybe gave you a key of something in particular that you got to remember to do during your first game after coming back and being under these different conditions?
Yeah, I think something I've seen from the first couple of games is there's a lot of space that opens up. I think, with the lack of fitness that all the teams have right now, in transition moments, there's a lot of opportunities to capitalize. So, and then also you have to make sure when to slow down the game to give your team a little break. So, it's a little different than what I've seen usually in the MLS, but, that's just kudos to the team adapting to the situations they're in right now with the weather and being off for 3 months. So, it's just there's space, and I think the biggest thing is just being smart about your decisions to go forward and your decisions to attack that space.
Hey, Mark, real quick, tell us what life is like in the bubble for you guys. Any fears at all? And have you seen NBA players walking around? Talk us through what life in the bubble is like.
Yeah, for us, life in the bubble for us is new. No one could have prepared us for this situation, but, we're trying to keep a positive attitude about it. Most of the guys, we just stay in our rooms for majority of the day until we have to go for a meal or go out for training. Training is like the real joy for us. That's really when we're around everyone. Other than that, you're trying to be safe with the safety protocols and staying 6 feet away. And, your room is the only place you don't have to wear a mask. So I'm sure a lot of people would rather not wear a mask, so they end up just staying in their room. Yeah, we're just trying to get through this in the best way possible.